Hi everyone, Radical Gardener. Well, I'm in the garage, not as pretty as the yard, but I was just sitting here doing some work. And it's another beautiful day. God, we have had an amazing summer. Yeah, you know what? That's a good place to start. Let's start with this. First of all, it is Tuesday, the 23rd. Okay. All right. So I'd like to talk about fear mongering because it is so out of control. And we have YouTube to thank for that. We really do. And, I always thought that I was really way more discerning than most people. And I don't fall for a lot of the rhetoric and, just craziness, really. All the doomsday stuff and, you know, just being afraid. I mean, it's out of control. So anyway, let's start with me moving. Okay, I cannot tell you how many emails, and they're all out of concern. I mean, the motive is wonderful. I mean, it's great, but people saying, well, aren't you afraid of hurricanes? And, and they're running out of water down there, and, Florida's sinking, and oh my gosh. And if you've watched this channel, you know that I don't live like that. I really just live in the moment, and I trust what I'm being guided to do, and it's always worked out. It's always worked out. And I can't think of one place on this planet where you're safe. Not one. Let's just take some of the people who are living in California. We'll look at all the fires. I mean, we're not even going to talk about the taxes and the crazy governor there. It's earthquakes, fires, flooding, way more dangerous than Florida. But nobody will say anything to you if you move out there. Seattle, same thing. I mean, in Seattle, you can't get anywhere. I mean, if there's an earthquake, sorry, Charlie, that's where you're going to be. I mean, there's one freeway, and that freeway's always, always backed up. And it's only gotten worse since I've lived there. There's just nowhere. I mean, people used to think the Midwest, the farmland. Well, how far back do we have to think about the Dust Bowl and now this horrible flooding and, and then what about Texas? I mean, Texas got flooding. What about Louisiana? Louisiana has flooding. Texas has tornadoes. Louisiana has hurricanes. I mean, come on. Nowhere is safe. That's not how we're supposed to live our lives. Where is it safe? I mean, Diamond made it a study. Well, he's in Colorado. There's forest fires. And let's not forget that, it snows, and it might snow so much he might not even be able to get out of his front door. I don't know. I'm just telling you there is nowhere safe. So get out of that mindset. It just isn't. There's no such thing, and we're not supposed to live life because it's safe. And when we're talking about Florida, we're talking about what, a month and a half, maybe 2 months of hurricanes, and most of them don't go through where I want to live. And if they did, I guess I'd get in my car and I'd drive. I don't live that far from, I won't be living that far from Georgia because I'm going to be in northern Florida. And then I hear how hot it is. Well, okay. So, like I said before, the safest place that I've seen so far has been southeastern Michigan. We've had terrific summer. It really took a while to get here. The winter was too long, but we didn't have a lot of snow, not like northern Michigan, not like a lot of places did. It was actually kind of typical. We had a lot of rain, but it would rain, then it would be sunny, then it would rain and then be sunny, rain and be sunny. It was just fantastic for the garden. A little too wet for some things, but still the garden did well. Yeah, so we're safe. I mean, I think I've been living in a safe place, but I don't want to spend winter here anymore. I just don't want to do it. I want to be somewhere where the sun is shining all the time, and I'm craving it. I'm literally craving it. I want to be able to go to the ocean and feel an ocean breeze. It's just like I'm craving that. So why wouldn't I do it, right? There goes helicopter. Okay, so then it got me to thinking, every single show that I was listening to, they're all telling us to, be prepared and do this and do that and do this. I'm not listening to anybody anymore. I've turned them all off. I live in the moment. I'm prepped. And that's that. There's nothing I can do about any of it. But we got into a dialogue on my Facebook page, my friends and I, and we started to make a list of all the things that we should be afraid of, because it was, pretty much going to be the end of the world over the since the 60s. Let me grab my list here. Here we go. All right, here we go, you guys. Here we go. Acid rain. Do you guys remember acid rain? I don't know what happened to that, huh? Nibiru. We're still waiting for that one, right? And that Steve, whatever his name is, that guy's such a joke, right? Oh, and let's not forget Dame. What's his name? Weddington, or what is his name? Dane. Oh, what a jerk. And I think it was Diamond that was telling me that this guy is installed solar panels. I mean, how is he the most informed person in the world? I mean, give me a break. Okay, and he says, it's over. It's too late. Really? Why doesn't he just kill himself? I mean, it's over, right? Why does he even bother? Why does he even bother educating us? I mean, it's over, right? It doesn't make any sense. All right. If people stop interviewing him, then his paycheck will be over. That's what will be over. All right. Now, the Ice Age thing, that's been going on since the 60s. And I'm not saying that one's not true. That one does compel me. The GSM is compelling because looking at the cycles, it's compelling, right? But I'm telling you, I've pulled back. I've pulled back on all of it because it doesn't matter. What am I going to do? There's nothing I can do about it, right? Buy a warm coat. Okay. So, but just know that people have been talking about the Ice Age since the 60s. All right, global warming, that's been on and off since. So that one really picked up around the 70s. Climate change, climate crisis now, killer bees, killer mosquitoes, killer flu, killer measles, Y2K. Remember that one? That one got me a little. I prepped through that one. Okay. Dire famine by 75. Now, these are all newspaper articles, and I'm going to try and grab that link so that you can scroll through it because it's pretty revealing. In 1967, this was reported. And this all by the science community. Do something or we will disappear in a cloud of blue steam. Okay, they might have been on LSD in that one. Okay, oceans will be dead. Remember, by the 80s, the oceans were going to be dead by the 80s. Food rationing, we would be rationing food by the 1980 and rationing water by 1974. Okay, in 71, they said that in the next couple of years would be Ice Age. 72, Ice Age. The Earth's ozone, remember the Earth's ozone was disappearing, and remember we had to not use hairspray and stuff. It was our fault. It was our fault that there was no ozone layer. Like, we did it. It's always our fault, right? It might not be that there's cycles and weather changes and the planet changes. I mean, it's not like it's a breathing, living, morphing solar system. God forbid. It's just something that just sits still while while we control it all because we're so powerful. More ice age, more ice age. So this one comes up a lot in the 70s. Yeah, Earth's ozone. And then in 74, again, it was like food shortages. Oh, wait, we got more. 30-year cooling trend. That was in 1978. So maybe that's true, right? I mean, I've definitely seen it get cooler. But my point again is there's a lot of hysteria. So pick and choose, pick and choose. 1978, it's a warming trend. That one came from NASA. So NASA was saying warming trend. At the same time, a lot of scientists were saying cooling trend, okay? 1988, droughts. They're saying there are going to be droughts and food shortages. So I don't know. I'm still have food on my table. So I don't know. That one I didn't seem to really come to fruition. Oceans will rise 1 to 6 feet. So don't live on the coast because you're going to die. And let's see. Well, let's not forget tsunamis. And I'm not saying some of these things aren't real. I'm just saying that we are being constantly inundated with fear-mongering. Constantly. And I don't want to take it in anymore. This is how I believe my life should be led. And it's or how my life should be lived. And it is to fully experience what is going on in the here and now. And just to pay attention to all the details right here, right now. So I'm sitting here talking to you, and it's a beautiful day out. And there's birds flying around by my feeder. I can see them from here. It's it's that time of day where the light is just so beautiful. It's soft. My dog is taking a nap on the couch next to me here in the garage. It's so quiet. You hear a car in the background, just like you should in Detroit. And the longer I just sit still and look around, the more I see. I can see bees and kind of a soft breeze blowing through my plants. I mean, if I'm going to gather information, it's going to be in the here and now, and not because I listen to somebody's YouTube channel. Even the way I do my YouTube channel, it's always been, hey, this is just my personal experience. This is how I do it. It worked for me, maybe it'll work for you. But I'm never telling you should do something a certain way, because it will have no value to you. I mean, it's really going to be through your own experimentation and only from you doing that it's going to have any value. It's going to have any real meaning. I mean, the fact that, for example, I had some real problems with tomatoes and eggplants, and I had to just keep figuring it out, and I had to just keep not give up. And, what is it that do they need to be moved around? Do they need more sun? Are they getting too much water? Do I need to fertilize? Am I using the right kind of fertilizer? I mean, it's just like it's an ongoing, real hourly experience, and I felt so rewarded because I didn't give up. And I know what, I succeeded on almost every single thing because I just wouldn't give up. And I was really experiencing and taking in, that information, not because someone told me. Now, of course, I watch things and I, go, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. And maybe I'll try it and maybe I won't. And if I do try it, what really made it of value is that I tried it. And then I probably modified it. And then maybe I added something to it. And it just became more of my own personal experience. And that's what I think really makes it have value for me and really solidifies the experience, Anyway, I think you all know what I mean. But Well, I guess I talked for 15 minutes. I was going to show you what we've been doing. I'll do that tomorrow. I've got a pretty laid back week this week. So, oh, there goes Chipmunk. There goes Sammy. Of course, it could be Sammy's wife or Sammy's son or Sammy's daughter. I don't know. We call all our chipmunks Sammy, so who knows? Sammy 1, Sammy 2, Sammy 3, Sammy 4. It's Joe goes, well, which Sammy is it, honey? Is it Sammy 1, Sammy 2, Sammy 3? Whatever. All right, you guys, Radical Gardener. From my garden to yours. May your garden always grow. Love you to bits, and see you soon. Okay, bye.